Hi guys, it's ASMR Symphony here. If you want to watch a video of someone who has no idea how to do makeup doing their makeup, then keep watching. Gosh, okay. I am about to do a full face of makeup for the very first time ever. As in, what I mean by that is, when I was younger, when I wore makeup, which was very rarely, but if ever I did, we're talking tiny bit of eyeshadow, tiny bit of foundation, mascara on. And I don't wear makeup. I've probably worn it about 2 times in the last few years. But I'm getting married this year and I want to up my makeup game in anticipation of that. Next Saturday, me and my partner are going to be in Arkansas, America, for a wedding, his brother's wedding. And I might use it as an opportunity to work on my makeup game. So I have purchased some new products and I think I'm now basically there with the products. I think the only thing I don't own is a setting powder, because I was looking at the setting powder in the shop and I was like, do I need that? It might end up being like the eyeshadow primer, or I got the eyeshadow primer and I used it and I was like, I love eyeshadow primer. It made such a huge difference. So who knows, I might find that I want setting powder down the line. But for right now, let's show you the stuff I bought today. And then as I go along, I'll tell you the stuff that I bought like about a month ago. I bought some more makeup, and then the stuff that's like a teenager. So all my makeup is either I've owned it for 15 years or I've bought it in the last month. So the stuff I bought today was this e.l.f. putty bronzer. All they had in the shop was putty bronzer and putty blush. Really no clue where I'm starting with that. I watch makeup videos quite a lot. I love makeup videos. Not because I have any interest in makeup, but generally they're a particularly relaxing kind of video. So this and this. Putty bronzer, putty blush. I have never put on bronzer in my life. I've put on blush when I was a young girl at dance competitions, and we're talking like powder, rosy cheek blush that needs to stand out on stage. I've never worn blush in my day-to-day life, ever. The other thing I've never worn, highlight. But I must say, highlight is my favourite thing about makeup videos, and I've always thought that if I were to buy one actual makeup item, if I wasn't buying a whole face like I have, I would buy highlight. I think it makes people look so nice. So I struggled to know what shade of highlight to buy. I went for this one because it's called Golden Scintillation, and I like anything gold. Any makeup that's gold is my cup of tea. One of our wedding colours is gold, so I thought that would be good. Okay. The last thing I bought is a setting spray, this e.l.f. Makeup Mist and Set. Because it's under 100 millilitres. I own a setting spray, an Urban Decay one, that, like I said, is about 15 years old. But it's over 100 millilitres, so I can't take it on the plane with me. We're only taking cabin bags, so I won't be able to bring it to Arkansas. Okay, I can't say Arkansas like a British person, it sounds wrong. I'm taking my setting spray to Arkansas, so I needed it to be sub 100 millilitres. Okay, should I just do this thing? That's all my new products, only 4 of them. So can we just go in right away? Disclaimer, please do not hate on me in the comments. Like I said, I've never ever in my life done a full face of makeup before. I have no idea what I'm doing at all. no clue. And I'd really appreciate it if we could just be kind. Kindness, please, only. Okay, I've got my makeup bag. I'm just taking things out of it that I know I'll need. Like, what is this? Is this is this foundation? I think this is my foundation. Yeah, let's pretend that's a foundation. I will need that. I will need my brow and lash mascara, like clear gel. Haven't decided about lipstick. Let's leave those out. I want my eyeshadow palette. It's eyeshadow stuff. Yes, please. I have 2 primers in here, I think. Again, old primer here. This Maybelline primer. And then I have another primer. This Body Shop primer. All old. My mascara. I think this may be the first mascara I ever bought. Still has mascara in it. That's how old it is and how little I wear makeup. What else do we have? Some brow stuff that I might not use. This is my e.l.f. Concealer that I bought really recently. Sorry, anything e.l.f. is new because I am a vegan, and the vegan thing has only started in the past few years. So all my new makeup is vegan. All my old makeup might not be. So that's a disclaimer. I am a vegan now, but if the makeup is not vegan, that is because I am not there. I was not there with it. That was not my concealer. What is this? Oh, no. See, I don't even know what I'm doing. I think this is my eyeshadow primer, and this is my concealer. e.l.f. It's all e.l.f. What I'm looking for right now is my eyeliner. Where on earth is my eyeliner? I guess I no longer possess an eyeliner, which is fine. I have my Lush gold eyeliner, which wasn't my plan for today. But I guess that now has to be my plan. Or I could just not wear any eyeliner. But I want it to be like glamour look, full face. So let's do this. When I was a kid, we just did shoved on our foundation, shoved on some eyeshadow, shoved on some mascara, so done. But nowadays people don't do that. People don't do their eyes after their skin, do they? Some do, but I think mostly don't people do their eyes first and then their skin. I guess it makes sense, but I'm not sure how good I'm going to be at going around my eyes with my skin products. Okay, so assuming this is an eyeshadow primer, which I think it is, let's apply some eyeshadow primer. Apply some eyeshadow primer. Okay, what I would say, I have a mirror down here, which is what I might use primarily. So guys, I have no clue about brushes. I have no clue when you are or aren't supposed to use your fingers. I have no clue about anything. So if you have some constructive criticism, feel free to comment it. But please, please, please be nice. I'm doing the best I can. I think the reason I've been daunted to do this video is because people know what they're talking about when it comes to makeup, and I really don't know what I'm talking about. And I've been scared of people really sort of being quite horrible. This eyeshadow brush is way too big. But I'm committed now. I'm committed. This is happening, guys. Way too big. I'll hoping that this video is still semi-relaxing for you guys. If it is relaxing, please don't forget to like the video. Give me your makeup tips in the comments if you want to, but I guess most importantly would be to subscribe to my channel if you like what you see. As I'm sure you can tell, I don't do makeup videos, so if you're here for makeup, maybe look elsewhere, but I'm doing my best. I'm just gonna kind of smush that up here, kind of blend it out, make it look less aggressively like that's the end of the line. Oh, that looks better. Let's go with it. How are you guys doing? If you're school aged, are you starting back school next week? I remember that feeling when the holidays are coming to an end in school. It's quite sad. But at least you get to see your friends again and stuff, which is nice. Okay, so I'm going to put a bit of sparkle, a little bit of sparkle. I feel like people do a thing, don't they, where they put like the lightest bit. Do they put it there? I have no idea. I've literally no idea what I'm doing, guys. I'm going to go with it. I'm going to put sparkle. Actually, no, I want ultimate sparkle. I'm going to put it across the whole lid. And I don't even think it's showing up. Is sparkle showing up? No. It is not, Maddie. It is not showing up. Oh, it is on this side. Maybe I just need to absolutely drown my brush in sparkles. That's what I'm going to do. Drown my brush in sparkles. So yeah, off to Arkansas on Wednesday. And then we're back, literally flying back the following Monday. We're basically not there at all, which is fine. It's stressful, but it's fine. Stressful, but fine. That's probably how I would phrase it. It's gonna be good. Like, it's a really nice reason to travel, obviously. You know, my partner's brother-in-law, no, my brother-in-law getting married, such a nice reason to travel out there. However, it's just gonna be mental. We're gonna be shattered. We are gonna be shattered. I just dropped the lid of my liquid eyeliner all over the table. So guys, what I was just using for my eyeshadow was the e.l.f. Good Vibes Only little tiny mini shadow palette. Now I'm going in with this Fantasy Lush. Okay, that was such a YouTube thing of me to do and it didn't even work. This Fantasy Lush liquid eyeliner. With just one of the free brushes that you can get at Lush. It's like a tester brush, but good enough for me. So I might have to go back to the shop and get a black eyeliner, because I thought I owned one. But I have no idea where it is. Literally no idea, because I did empty out some of my makeup. Sorry about the engine. did empty out some of my makeup at some point, and I'm wondering if I emptied it out and looked at it and thought, nope, that is like old, because it was one of my products that was like a teenager product. I always have been a liquid eyeliner gal, but let me know if I should be trying something else, like if pencils work or whatever. So I'm not doing a flick because I don't think the flicks work very well with this. They're not all that visible, so I don't bother. If I had black eyeliner, I would do the whole flick, proper cat's eye situation. But I'm realising with this gold, it's not worth the trouble. My right eye is thicker than my left eye. My god, I'm literally doing this with nowhere to go. That's why I'm laughing. Once this is done, I will be not doing anything with it. This is like a test run. Test run for the wedding. Sure, that's fine. Right. Okay, so my eyes are e.l.f. and Lush, all vegan products because these are new products to me since I went vegan. So, I'm just going to put the lid back on this bad boy. Okay, put that back in its bag. Why I'm keeping it in a separate bag to everything else, I don't know. I'm just wiping the table where the liquid eyeliner fell. There we go. Okay, mascara, brows, and then onto skin. I'm not going to do the e.l.f. I know, you know, I've got that e.l.f. brow and mascara gel. I'm not going to bother with that. I'm just going to go in with some mascara. I have quite long eyelashes. That's sorry that I'm not looking into the camera for obvious reasons. Oh, hello seagull. Can you hear the seagulls? Living by the sea produces a lot of seagulls in your life. Seagulls, 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 seagulls. This mascara is so old, like I said, but the reason I've not bothered considering replacing it is because it's great. I don't know what a good mascara is really supposed to be like, but in my opinion, this has to be a good mascara. It's like really effective, like it works for me. Like I said, I don't need much. I don't need much for a good mascara. Because I've got long eyelashes naturally. Right, should I do my brows? Brows with the e.l.f. Clear Brow Gel. Oh, that's a good noise. Okay, so I do also have like colour stuff, like brow colour stuff, but I don't know. To be honest, I should probably try using it, shouldn't I? Guys, I've no idea. I'm gonna go like backwards like that. Like really backwards. And then try fluff them up. I naturally have thick brows, but they're very set in their ways. My brows are very, 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 very set in their ways. They don't feel the need to do what I want them to do. this worth it? I don't know. Look, guys, my brows are an issue. No, look, they're not actually an issue. I don't mind my eyebrows. They're very thick, which comes into its own. When I was young, when I was a teenager, I used to have to pluck my brows just to stay on trend, and I hated it. Like, it made me feel rubbish. I have dark, thick facial and body hair, and you know, when I was a teenager, that wasn't the trend, and it was really difficult to have the opposite features to what is trending at that time. But nowadays, my eyebrows are a lot more trendy than they used to be. These things come and go. If you're young and you feel like something about you just isn't right and you're not happy with it, you feel like you have to change it, do not feel that way. These things come and go, trends change, but you are the way you are and you don't need to change. It is sad and hard when we feel like we have to change for a trend, but trends change all the time. And my eyebrows are an example of this. Okay. I don't think I need to do anything dark with my eyebrows given that I don't have black eyeliner on. I think if I had black eyeliner, I'd be wanting to do more stuff with my brows. But what I have brow-wise is I have this brow build gel from BBB, whoever they are, B Brow Bar. And I've got this brow powder. They're daunting. Sorry. They're daunting. They like make my eyebrows really visual on my face, which is what's supposed to happen. It's just that I'm not used to it. Okay, should I go in with my Maybelline or my Body Shop? I'm gonna go in with the Maybelline because it's not as dirty. That is where we're at with my makeup considerations. So before I started as well, I put moisturiser on. Something is really blocking the entrance to this primer. Come on, you can do it. Oh, there we go. Yeah, it had a blockage. The primer had a blockage, folks. Should I have wiped under my eyes first in case there was any fallen eyeshadow? I don't know. Well, I haven't, so there we go. When are you supposed to do eyebrows? Do you do them when I did them? Do you do them at the start? Do you do them after the skin? When do you do eyebrows? Okay. So, I have no idea how much you're supposed to rub primer in. I can still feel the primer on my skin. So, not sure. Okay, so when I was a kid, we used to do concealer, then foundation. Is that still the case now, or am I about to do this completely wrong? I have no idea, but I'm going to go in with concealer first. Concealer first. Concealer first. You know what? What am I supposed to do about blending in stuff? I'm going to use my fingers. Okay, folks? Let's just put that under the eyes. And then just find my spots. Okay, I could be doing this totally wrong. Okay, I don't have too many spots today. Let's go with that. I'm just going to use my fingers. Please, please, please don't hate me for this. If you're meant to use some kind of a Maybe you're supposed to use a beauty blender. Where's my beauty blender? Oh, I do own one of those. I bought one. Maybe I'll have to go find that. Maybe you're supposed to use a beauty blender for concealer. Who knows? Who knows? Not me. I've got a bit of freckles on my nose, which must mean I've caught the sun. If I have freckles on my nose, it's because I've caught the sun. Yeah, you can really see them there. Freckly nose. I'm gonna go get my beauty blender. Even though I'm not even sure I'm gonna use it at any point. Although, to be honest with you, I might need my beauty blender at the very end, maybe just before the highlight. We'll figure it out. I'll be right back. Here's my beauty blender, guys. New and unopened. I've never... Okay. Can tell it was unopened because it took me about 5 minutes to get into that. Okay. Whew. Right. I guess you do foundation. Do we do foundation? Now that begs the question, is this foundation? Colour correcting, full coverage. Full coverage must mean that it's a foundation, right? I have this thing, it says foundation brush. I'm gonna put the foundation, no, I know what people do. Don't they put foundation on their hand, then take the brush and put the foundation on the brush? If that's what people do, and I have that right, I am very proud of myself for doing something as people do it. Okay, I'm not a fan of the brush. I might use my hands after this, once I've got it on. Okay, I didn't love the brush. I think the product's fine. I think it was the brush that was creating the streaks, not the product. This product is full coverage, so I think it's like quite a lot for me because I don't wear makeup, but the reason I got full coverage is because it's going to be for my wedding, so I feel like that's the time to wear full-on, full coverage makeup. Anyway, obviously it looks ridiculous on the lips at the moment, but let's do my new products then, my bronzer and my blush. I have my first clue how to use a putty product. I am hoping it's obvious. I'm hoping you literally go bloop and then that's so weird. Oh, it's there. Is that where you're meant to put it? I'm just thinking about, I've got a mole there. What do I do if there's a mole there? I'm just thinking about what I've seen people do. You kind of put it on like just underneath your cheekbones, right? Like there. Oh god, they look totally different. And then I think you kind of put it like up your face, up here. Do we put it up here? I don't know why I moved my mouth to the side when I'm just going onto my forehead. Like that. And then do we put it along our jaw? I'm making this bit up. I have zero idea. Literally zero idea. I think this is the important bit. That bit. Right, folks. My next question then Do I blend this in now? Like this? Or do I do my blush and then blend it? How does that work? Should I blend now? Like this? My first time using a beauty blender. How much do you blend? Am I supposed to be able to still see the darkness? Or is it supposed to be like basically gone? That is something that no one tells you. How much do you blend? I'm not gonna lie though, it's actually working. Like it's actually a thing that's working. Or maybe a makeup convert, who knows? Oh, mind you, probably not, because this is a whole lot of effort. How everyone does this, how people do this every day, I don't know. That's a bit intense just there. Really try to blend that out with a fresh bit in a sec. Oh my goodness me. Sorry guys. I feel like I have vaguely make-upped here. I feel like I've done something that vaguely resembles what makeup-y people do. I'm going to use this bit of my blender to take some of this away because it's too much and too low. I think I got it too low on this side of my face. Now it's too much on this side. Oh god, how do you even stuff up? It's too low, isn't it? You live and learn. You live and learn. I've never ever done this before, so now I know the bronzer needs to be a bit higher. I thought it was under the cheekbones, but I think maybe my cheekbones are higher than I thought they were. Maybe actually with blush, maybe it's okay. Let's put on some of my putty blush. Let's see. So let's use a different finger. Probably then my middle finger. And then you just put it on like the apple of your cheeks, right? Shiny. Shiny. Okay, then I guess I blend that in. Guys, honestly, how do you do this every day? You amaze me. I have a new level of respect for people who do this. Massive respect to you. Are you meant to do some on your nose as well? Some people do it on their nose. Oh, that's where I didn't do the bronzer, and I should have done the bronzer. Oh, I quite like the blush actually. It's you can actually see it. The bronzer is too much. Too much bronzer, Maddie. Too much bronzer. For my first ever full face of makeup, I think that was too much bronzer. Anyway, going back in with the bronzer, because I've realised, don't people do this? Don't people take bronzer down the sides of their nose? Like that. And then I'm going to do that a bit more. And then, don't they take it like that? Across that bit? You guys, I'm so proud of myself because I think I'm actually doing it vaguely right, except for the awful positioning of the bronzer on my cheeks. And now this looks dreadful. Maybe I'm supposed to basically take it off. Maybe that's the idea. You basically take the makeup off again. I mean, that's made my nose look exceedingly tanned. Can I go in with my fingers to blend? Is that illegal? Okay, and then I think all that's left is the highlight. Do you just take your finger to do this? Should I take my finger? Where do you highlight? On your cheeks here? Am I getting this right? Kind of like highlight. Kind of like highlight the tops of your cheekbones, just there. Is that too much? I like a sparkle though. I'm gonna leave that for now, like that. I'm not sure. I thought the highlight would be my immediate favourite product, but actually, oh, I think that's better. I think I understand now. I think I need to take that a bit lower. Yeah, I think I needed to take the highlight a bit lower, the bronze a bit higher. You can see it. You can see the gold highlight there. The bronzer is too much for me. Too much for me. And then you take highlight like down your nose, don't you? You do it like down your nose and then on the tip of your nose. I'm just going to close this and sort that out a bit because I look like a statue with how much gold shininess is on me. Some people leave the tip of their nose really highlighted. I think, given that I'm new to the makeup scene, I should be a bit more careful. Okay, so that is my okay, we need to work on some things, but that's fine. That is what this was. This was me experimenting ahead of next week's wedding. That is okay. What I need to do is take my setting mist and set it. Hello. Guys, oh, lips. Oh my goodness me. How could I forget? Okay, I think I only own one lipstick. Literally one lipstick. It is this, and I must say it is the best lipstick. That is not saying much because I don't own any, but this is a Maybelline thing, and it's like got this extra thing that you put on to keep it like liquidy. Anyway, it's really good. I have a lip gloss, Body Shop lip gloss, and oh no, this thing. This is what I bought for some ASMR, but then I put it on and it went all over my teeth. So I think the quality of that isn't great. I think what I want to do actually in this experiment video then is see if this colour works with the gold vibes I'm going for, because I don't think it will. It's worth a try, but I'm not sure it's going to be right. This Maybelline. Okay. I would do it better than that, but I can't be bothered. Then what you do is you put the other side And this lasts all night, and you can drink drinks and everything, and it literally doesn't budge. I think with this lipstick, I need to do the eyebrows. I just think the lipstick makes it too much, and then it's lacking something up here. So I'm going to use this brow build gel, and I like to take a lot of it because I just don't like having super colourful eyebrows. It's subtle. I've done it really subtly, but I think it really helps. Yeah, oops. Oh, that was going so well. Yeah, I'm just not sure about the lipstick. I think I'd rather everything was toned down. I think I'd rather everything was toned down. And I didn't have lipstick. Then I toned up for the sake of the lipstick. Because as you know, I don't wear makeup, and so sometimes I think less is more. And I think right now it's too much. It's too much for me. What do we think? I just think I look weird with my eyebrows done. I know it's because I never do them, and that's probably why. Because I just never do my eyebrows. Let's take down the hair, because my hair being back is ridiculous with the look. Okay guys, my first ever attempt at a full face of makeup. Thoughts on the gold highlight against the gold, the oranginess there. That might be too much. And obviously I do the lipstick a hell of a lot better than that. I just couldn't be bothered. I couldn't be bothered to do the lipstick like more properly than that. That's the full face. I think I'd prefer it with black eyeliner. Black eyeliner, no lipstick. I don't know, but anyway, that was my first time ever trying bronzer, blush and highlight. I think if I had more of those, more options, I would maybe change up the colours of them so they match a bit better, but I'm not going to spend a load of money on makeup to find the right shades and to play around with the shades, because that's obviously going to be a waste of money for me personally. So okay, I really hope you enjoyed this video. It took a bit of courage for me. This is me really putting myself out there because I don't know the first thing about makeup, and I'm not trying to know the first thing about makeup. So please be nice in the comments, but do let me know